here. After over a week of absence, I am back. I had family visiting, and they left Saturday morning, and I was tired on Sunday, so I didn't stream then. But okay, now I'm back. Let's adjust my things. What I need to do is I need to finally get this dang quest finished up and then do something else, because I've been working on one quest for too long. Let's make sure that I have everything like pulled. Let's see. I think I was using this one most recently, so it should all be up to date. Yes. Okay. So this quest. Basically what I need is the final piece of, oh, what am I doing? Our quest where we go into a mysterious cave. We've discovered some spooky creatures. Let's see if we have the creatures. We have the cave. We're not allowed into the cave. Okay, so I'm going to lay out the general idea. So let's do, first off, I need to hack Windows. I need to illegally commit computer fraud in order to get this up. But okay, quests, major quests, Nightlight, part 2. So what I'm going to say is... let's not do it there. The basics of quest 2. Let's get a draft 2 here. After the creature is killed, let's say... after the creature is killed, Sadak, surprisingly, or offers request, help him the caves and he'll tell you about your mother. Okay. Well, actually, what I might do is, Sadak and Oleander. Who would be tasked? I guess Sadak is important enough that he might be part of this, so are tasked with investigating the cave. If you ask, Sadak relents and lets you in. Then, cave stuff. This is, stuff. Traps you. So this is the main twist now. I was talking about this for a while, and I have not written it off stream. Well, I've written a lot of stuff. I haven't actually put it in the game yet. But yeah, instead of just wandering around the cave, now what happens is, when you ask, Sadak is like, no. But then, he, shortly after, changes his mind for reasons that he doesn't explain. And lets you join them. And the goal of this, so the first thing we need to do is show some of the mechanics of the strange machine. It requires the lights and an actor to play the part. So, let's see. I actually wrote down everything that I have here, so I'm going to double check what I have. I write a lot of stuff. Oh yeah, your connection to the disappearances. Why the governor is protecting you. Because basically, from Sadok's perspective, there seems to be some sort of conspiracy, perhaps directly against him. So, like, how you know... Mom? Let's see... Oh yeah, your connection to the medium. And I'll put down a lot of the information that I have in this notebook as well. So, like, you led Oleander / Sadok to the strange light. You were able to find out they couldn't. And here, Sadok thinks, so Sadok knew Jackie's mom. They were, like, in a relationship or something. And Sadok thinks that when you mention her and mention that she disappeared, you're trying to, like, hint that you are his daughter. It's not actually the case, though. The timing doesn't work. Basically, Jackie was born, like, a year after her mom arrived to the country. So, like, there's no way... that, like, she didn't get pregnant before leaving the country. In fact, there might be some specific event, I'm thinking, while you're in the cave. So, the thing that I'm not sure about is this part, the weird stuff, and then also, you have to escape the cave. Or you escape Sadok's trap. And also here, you can pry and realize that Sadok, the reason he's trapping the player instead of just arresting them again is because of this specific thing. Like, he is essentially, like, now acting outside of his duties as a police officer or a peacekeeper, whatever they're called. So, I think... I'm trying to think, how do I want to do this? Like, how do I want to actually implement this? Because I've also been thinking for a little bit. Storytelling in a video game is fundamentally different than storytelling in linear, like, writing. Because, well, it's non-linear. Like, I can present sort of a space for the player to explore, and then that space changes over time. So, you know, thinking of it less in terms of, like, a sequence of events, and more in terms of, like, you know, an environment, and then changes to that environment. Since I think that's when story, like, game narratives are often at their best in that regard. So, he... Hmm. I'm also trying to figure out how to deal out this conversation in like a convenient way for the player, or like a well-paced way where like there's a little bit of conversation and then you do gameplay and then there's another little bit of conversation, because otherwise it's going to be too front-loaded with dialogue. Well, I guess it doesn't have to be. I can also just make it really interactive. Because something that Sadok does quite a bit is he'll ask you a question and then you have to use a particular note to answer it. And so I could just have a bunch of questions like that, so that way the dialogue is still like highly interactive. Because I gotta remember that that's like the point of the interactive dialogue. Like I have a bunch of mechanics that I can use. But okay, what I want here is... I think you have to kind of defeat Sadok, like, rhetorically. So, like, basically... you, like, diffuse with words, but Sadok doesn't actually, like... So, basically, you get in the conversation, you learn a whole bunch of stuff, there's a bunch of interactivity in the conversation itself to keep the player interested for the whole duration. And then once you've actually, like, talked Sadok out of, like, I don't know, killing you or whatever he's planning to do. I have no idea what he's actually, like, I don't think he even knows what he's doing here. Because he basically thinks, like, the entire, like, the government is collaborating with someone who is, like, using ancient technology to, like, murder people, and he doesn't understand any of this. And apparently she's his daughter, and it's, like, a bunch of insane... You know, from his perspective, this is a completely insane turn of events, and he's trying to figure it out, and it all focuses on you. Where from your perspective, you're just, like, it's just Tuesday. Like, you were just, like, here on, like, a tour. Hang on, I'm gonna close the window. The kiddos are yelling outside. So yeah, I think he doesn't even know what he's doing. So let's say that. Multiple angles to do this. Let's say this. So yeah, and then he gives you space. Or he leaves because he can't look at you. Can't stand to look at you. He's trapped. And now you're trapped. But without supervision, so you can just leave. And then I think what I would like is for Sadok to accidentally trigger something. Because before, what I was thinking was, you know, you go out and you do something. Like, you accidentally activate some sort of machine, and then, like, you have a boss battle or whatever. But from a narrative perspective, that would just that would just make Sadok feel validated. Or, like, I can't remember the word I'm thinking of. Basically, it would confirm his biases and confirm his suspicions that you are somehow connected to things. Because, like, you ran off for like 5 seconds, and now you're coming back with a giant monster that's gonna kill everybody. And now you guys have to, like, shoot it. But I think no. Sadok accidentally get... If Sadok fucks up... and then you help stop it, then he feels like a fool. And then he has to provide, like, a much more, you know... then it's sort of a much more nuanced thing. You save him, he's embarrassed. He relents and gives you more information about your mother. And eventually this will be while doing the other quests too. Because I think I described the flowchart. Basically, eventually there's going to be multiple quests with Sadok. And then after that, you know, then you have the ability to do this final little part. Okay, so now the two things that I need are the weird stuff and the weird stuff. So I need the actual, like, kind of literal physical plot, so to speak, where this is like the emotional plot of characters arguing and things like that. And it should be thematically related. So what we already have right now is we have the concept of the machine. This, the medium. Well, I guess it's not really the medium. So I'll say the way the medium works is it has three components. The scanner, the projector, the actor. You know, so basically, like, person they want to talk to. So yeah, because the medium will, you know, read the user's memories, see what they want to talk to. The actor is the room and entities that pretend, or that, like, provide the physical form of the space. And then the projector is the thing that manipulates the senses of the subjects. Yeah, let's say that, basically. And so the medium doesn't necessarily need the actor. Because right now, if we go to, like, the illusory room, it has the scanner, which is this chair that you just sit in, and you have to be sitting in it for the medium to work. And then there's the illusory room, which is basically like, let's see if it activates. Oh, it does not. Oh, I see. We don't have reflection probes anymore. Hang on, I'm going to remove stuff from here. Wait, what? Actually, I just realized, I'm pretty sure we do have reflection probes. Oh, yeah, we do. It's just these don't exist anymore. Ah, well, whatever. Yeah, this is the projection. So there's no physical form to any of this. But I think a medium could have what we're calling actors. Of just, like, robots that like, pose inside this space, and then they're projected over. And that's what's happening with the, like, spooky evil robots. In that they just have these two components instead. They have a projector and an actor in order to, like, show something and then have something physical underneath it that, like, kills people. But it does not have a scanner. Okay. So, let's say it has actors. It can only recognize people. And basically what that means is it can't create loved ones that it does not know. It can only create loved one, or it can only create people that it has seen before. Let's go here. Project. This the right thing? Yeah, this is the right thing. And yeah, this is the actor, this is the projection, and this is the projector. And it's debatable if this is the same mechanism as the medium or not. And if it's, like, made by the same people as the medium. Of course, the issue is, this doesn't tell me what we actually do. You know, so let's throw out some ideas. So I'll say, sounds like slamming around. I know. Clones of the people who go in there. Or let's just say clones of Jackie. Jackie, Sadak, and Oleander. That's a start. Admittedly, now it's feeling a little bit too similar to Annihilation, the book and or the movie. But that's okay. What else could it be, though? I don't know. A strange, like, graves? Just graves. I know. I talked about before, these caves were used by insurgents during the war. So, what if the machine observed those people and can also recall them? And it somehow tries to use that to its advantage. I'm not sure exactly what it's intending to do. Yeah, that makes sense. I I like this one and this one the most. So maybe we see scenes, so like so we know that it's doing this, where like, oh, this is like a hologram of like a past recording. That's a thing that video games do a lot. And then when people get separated, somehow one of the doppelgangers, like there are doppelgangers created, and we get one of those connected to us. But this doesn't connect quite as deeply as I want with, like, the actual, with this other stuff. Too many words. But I think that's kind of unavoidable. I think that's just what the game is. Because I've been thinking about, like, will this just be too much reading for most people? And I think it is. But that's okay. Because I'm not making a game for most people, I'm just making a game. Okay, so what is the machine that he accidentally activates? Maybe he discovers the connection to the necropolis, gets more specters, flooding the area.
Just remember when a dream appears, you belong to me.
I think it would be good if, because if we have clones, it's not going to be like, oh, a little bit of set dressing and then like this part. It would be, these would then be fused with each other, of like, you know, if there's clones of people walking around that are actually like these monsters that are killing people, that's going to be pretty important to figure out as soon as possible. And so that might be like the impetus for him trapping you, of like, there's two of you, for example. Hmm.
I'll be so alone without you.
I'm already kind of,
Maybe you'll be
not sure how to progress this. Okay, because what are the scenarios that we could have? We could have, Sadok traps you, and a doppelganger. To figure out which is which, if either are real. A fake oleander helps you escape. Gets caught by the real oleander. They duke it out. The fake Sadok traps you.
I can't give you anything but love, baby. That's the only thing I plenty. Oh, baby, dream a while, scheme a while.
Admittedly, clones of Jackie are...
And I guess
I have a specific thing I want to do with someone who looks identical to Jackie, so that might be out just because of the overlap with that. But then again, I haven't written that quest yet.
diamond bracelet was doesn't sell.
So let's say...
That lucky day, you know, down when
Insurgents, Explorers.
I can't give you anything but love.
Hey, honey, listen to me. Every time it rains, it flames beneath from heaven. Don't you know each card contains beneath from heaven? You find your fortune falling all over town. Be sure that your umbrella is upside down.
Let's say accurate or distorted somehow. But okay, so we have the main thing of like weird stuff. Ideas for how Sadok gets in danger. So just some good old-fashioned specters. Maybe he unleashes the doppelgangers. I know. Finds copies of the missing people. I still don't know why the people were missing. Actually, why were the people missing in the first place? Like, trying to make a scanner, getting information, better copies. Let's say projections. Yeah, let's use like this specific vocab of actors, projections, and scanners when referring to like this medium-like technology. Man, I'm gonna skip through the song because it's too much. Once it starts going into a canon, I can't hear myself think. Or like, what even is that exactly? I forget the name for that sort of harmony, where they're not singing the same melody. Counterpoint? I think that's it. Why would they be... Or why would they need his help? Like, why would they be, like, trapped or something?
Just kiss me once, then kiss me twice. Kiss me once again. It's been a long, long time. Haven't felt
Actually,
like this
I had a good idea.
since can't
Maybe some of the facades are, like, intact buildings with lights and things like that. Or projections, I should say.
You never know how many dreams I dreamed about you, or just how empty they'll seem.
Houses,
Kiss me once, then kiss me
outdoors areas.
kiss me once again.
Hmm.
It's been a long, long time.
This would be interesting, because you could have, like, hidden floors and things. Or hidden doors, like, Actually, let's just say false floors and walls. I know. Maybe it starts...
It's been a long,
So the cave starts as just a wall.
it's been a long, long, long time. You never know how many dreams I dreamed about you.
So it has the green light, however.
Just how empty
Pushing
seemed without you.
through, it was a false wall.
Then kiss me twice. Kiss me once again.
The chamber within
A long, long time.
has many more green lights,
It's been a long
possibly having illusions everywhere. I keep forgetting my own rules, my own vocab. Okay. This is promising now. This is a good start. And now we can have things that are like... We're basically, the door is open to whatever I want to put in here. I can put any surreal things that I want. And so the question is, what do I want? I'm also thinking how I'd render this, because I'd want it to look normal until the player's like intersecting with it. And then I'd want it to like sort of like distort. Is there... No, I would have to have a stencil and a depth relative to the stencil, I think. I'll think on that.
Gonna sit and lie down and write myself a letter.
Okay, let's say this is just one of our like goals now. Like that. There we go. I keep forgetting that anytime that I move my microphone up, it can like, I can just pull it out of its stand. But okay. I'm moving stuff around because I want to stand at my standing desk, which I barely ever do. Okay, this should be good. So past the first wall, it's a cave. The chamber has many more green lights, possibly having projections everywhere. Some of them are obvious. At the center of the underground lake surrounded by grass. Is this what I want? I'll keep it for now. It's not... I can just change it. I keep forgetting. Like, I don't need to commit to any idea. So I can just, like, throw them out here and, like, put them in and see how they feel. So let's have a few things. So like the house. So yeah, now I can think of it more as like you know, a space with weird things in it. Or the other passages. Some lead into more or some lead into insurgents. Actually, let's just say one of them. Let's say perfectly intact.
My funny Valentine, sweet coming Valentine, you make me smile with my
So it's a replica of a... what would it be?
your looks are laughable,
Let's say that. So the high passage leads through some narrow caves into an old insurgent hideout. So they've never seen one, or they've never seen this one, but they've seen many like it. What else could we have? Maybe another fake wall. That'd be good. How would we detect fake walls, though? Maybe they don't get hit by light the same way. Because, I mean, that's how the medium and things work in the game right now. Yeah, I think those are it for now. So then, after seeing a couple of them, you know, actually, so once you've seen both areas, oh yeah, we also have the like low passage with the demon skeleton. I keep writing eerily. I don't need to write that. We don't need adverbs in this household. Unless they're integral, like possibly. Maybe this is a false floor. That would be interesting. So I'm gonna say you can get into this. Oh wait, no. You can see it. And you have to see the necropolis entrance and the high passage and the house. So you have to see these three. Sneezed there. Okay. False floor leading into the roots with the skeleton. Okay. So it's not too different from how I have it right now. It's basically just right now in the game, you see this, and then it's that's the quest. You just punch this thing. So let's call this one optional. So let's say this one is required to find. Let's put this here. There we are. Required to discover, required to visit. So the house is perfectly intact. I think any people inside? Probably not. Actually, do we? I think it should be possible to destroy the lights that are projecting, but the lights are typically hidden. Yeah, you know what? You can destroy the to reveal the actor. Yeah, so ruins propped up with roots. Well, actually, do I want to make it clear that the tree is somehow involved? Is the tree involved? The problem is I'm kind of making this up as I go along. Let's just say mud and roots. And it shouldn't be entirely clear if the tree roots are actually growing. In fact, it might be necessary... You know what? I'm going to say it's optional to destroy the projector here. Yeah, you know what? I'll say you're able to destroy all of the projectors if you can figure out where they are. And figuring out where they are will somehow be difficult because the lights won't be obviously placed or, like, obviously visible. And maybe you'll have to, like, infer from, like, the direction which the light is coming from. Like, on the surfaces. Okay. This seems now like enough stuff where I can also have, like, Sadak is asking questions throughout this. Let's actually have that. Okay, and then once he, let's say Sadak splits off, or like Oleander splits off, traps you. So where would he trap you exactly? Actually, let's just have some ideas for how he traps you. So yeah, we got good ideas for how that stuff is working. Ideas for getting trapped. Traps you in a low passage by putting a fence over it. You with a... Yeah, so just holding the player at gunpoint, I mean, that's a good way to get them stopped. Because Jackie is canonically afraid of confrontation. Also, I just realized my shorts don't have pockets. Wait. These are weird. Because I got new shorts, and I can feel the pockets on the inside of the shorts. Like, they have the, like, flaps. This is important information to discover. But from the outside, they are stitched. Very strange. Hmm. Say maybe he broke one too many projectors. I know. He broke a projector. Yeah, I'm gonna just say, there we go. Sadok somehow gets trapped. Because before, he was perfectly capable of taking down one of these creatures. Well, I guess maybe... I'm unsure. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Potentially just cutting the stitches in the back pockets. Yeah, and how does Sadok get caught on the back foot here? How do we rescue him? Because he's supposed to be more capable at combat than Jackie is. Because he's an actual soldier, and Jackie's sort of like a middle-class woman who's just walking through the area. I mean, sure, she's the protagonist of the video game, but I feel like that excuse only gets you so far in terms of good storytelling. Maybe it's just the fact that you help at all. Well... I know. Sadok messes up and it escapes. So maybe, you know, there is the classic, like shoot the fake one. Pretty easy to not do, I think. Or, I don't know. I think it's so cliche that it wouldn't be interesting. Like, there's no interesting take that I can do on that particular thing. And it, what if he gets knocked out by it, actually, because he's alone? So Sadok gets knocked out, trapped somewhere. And the doppelganger and the specter tends to be him. You can realize this because he just isn't correct at all. Okay, that's good. This is good. In fact, if Sadok gets knocked out, we could then figure out where people are, you know, where the other missing people are being taken, and potentially find them. Okay, so where are the people taken? Sadok is also taken here. So they need to be alive for a little while. I like trying to make a scanner. And so they would be doing this by, like, dissecting brains. Okay. And I think... Okay, I think this is getting closer. And so, how does the Spectre not properly cover its tracks? Maybe when you hit the Spectre, it flees back into its area out of panic. I know, that'll be it. So, you and Oleander fight the Spectre. It flees you to Sadok and the surviving rescue him. Rescue him and the survivors. He's embarrassed. Okay. I'm gonna say this one here. Okay, I think we got it. We don't have the... or this is not quite complete though, but okay. So here is how we do this. So... oh wait, hang on. That's first. You escape Sadok's trap. Oh wait, no. Ooh, I have a good idea. I have a spooky idea. He just leaves it figured out all on his own. After a while, he returns and lets you free. He is actually the doppelganger. Or he's the projection, as it's called. The real Sadok accidentally got killed. No, not killed. The Faker leads you and Oleander close to the entrance, then attacks. Or you spot it early. Stomp the Spectre. It runs into the core slash whatever it is. You find the missing people with their, like, dissolved or something, including Sadok. Plus, like, a big pool monster. Okay, you save Sadok. He's embarrassed. Okay. So now I think we have the meats. Now all I need to do is just implement a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so let's think about what I specifically need. Let's go back to our things. Quests. No, we're gonna be in Crab Hill Roots Cave. So some of these are still correct. This one, however, needs a house in the middle. And then I think everything else is actually, like, correct here for now. Oh, wait. We need the house to be, like, a thing that can be, what am I looking for? This. There we are. We need space right in here for our perfect little house. How do I... Okay, there we go. Okay, this is going to be house projection. Oh wait, let's do image trim to current layer. How do I do this? Trim to selection should be in here somewhere. There we go. And then we'll just have the inside be something like ooh, I have an interesting idea. So the medium has like certain default locations that it can take you to. What if it has the same furniture as this like illusion house, this projection? Let's say the Valak nature like the how or like the medium. Okay. And then there will be a thing up here. And we will draw a line to it and say that it's well hidden. But okay, this is also house interior. And once you have that, you then have like a bunch of sticks and like old stuff, I guess. It'll just be all mushy and grody looking. Let's just put that back there, and then we'll have this come up like this. This would be cool walls and stuff. Okay, so like ruins made from scrap, mud, and roots. Okay. House real interior. And then we'll just have house real. There's just gonna be like I don't know, I'm just gonna delete this. Okay. So this gets us the house. So let's have that here. Take your time, Godot. There we go. So let's go to the cave. Oh wait, this is probably a bit too high. There we go. So Sadak is not going to be here. He's going to be somewhere else eventually. Let's have a button, and eventually this will be a nice looking house. Oh yeah, I forgot. Now these are under here. Honestly, move these into the Roots Cave area. Takes a while. Okay. Expand that. There we go. And what I'm gonna do is, let's have here. I think this isn't correct anymore. Let's just have instead export var house good texture, or house projection, let's say. Export var house real texture. And then pass for now. And it'll be like if save load state get stat roots house projected, or like let's say roots house dissolved. Actually, there we go. So dissolved will be the word that we use for specifically projections that have been destroyed. And so now we can go to the house and we can have like, let's do new inherited scene. (2D) quest nightlight. Let's say projected scene. Let's call it that. And it'll have like export var projection, or like stats string. Actually, because we can even have like location name or something like that. Like this. And then function ready if dissolved pass. And this will be like return stat, or yeah, save load state get stat dissolved location ID as not Boolean, or as a Boolean. Wait, and this needs to be roots house interior. There we go. Export var real, or projection. Export var real texture. There we are. And where's our fade image? Fade image. There it goes. So what does this do? Class name fade rect. So we would fade to an image. So if dissolved, texture rect image, no, texture equals image real, else texture is image projection. And then function dissolve. So we will set this to true, and then we will texture rect fade to image real. There we are. Oh, and then we'll return true. Actually, let's do like if save load state has, or like, I don't know, if dissolved, return false. Otherwise, we do this. Okay, so now what I can do is I can have a button here. Let's call this a tooltip. Destroy the strange object. And what this will do is when we push this, it will then do dissolve. And now I need to go through all of these and make sure that I know what groups these are going to be. So like roots cave, ch hidden cave, ch roots cave. You know what? I'm just gonna replace ch roots cave with ch hidden cave. Or no, ch hidden cave with roots cave. Let's also go through the dialogue for both Oleander and Sadok. And let's call this ch root. So let's say this one is going to be ch roots cave entrance. There we go. Okay, close other... Oh, that's fine too. Okay, I need scenes. We have like cave, cave. So I think this needs to be in ch roots cave. And it needs to be under ch roots cave entrance. There we go. And we'll have the same thing here. Ch roots cave entrance. Oh yeah, these ones also need it. There we are. So yeah, none of this. Yeah. Yeah, because we don't need two almost identical names for two different things. Okay, now we go back to Cave 1. And then this goes to our house. Roots house interior. Do I have nightlight started? Like, what's the status of the quest here? Okay. We're in a good spot to start the investigation. Oh, but I need to do, like... I need to implement that first. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to make these scenes, first of all. Actually, I wonder if I can, like, start the game from here. Oh, wait, no, I can't, because if I do this, it's not going to work. Yeah. Alright, let's ignore that for the time being, then. Because we have now the house. We have the, passage to this and this. And I don't really need these to be particularly tricky to get to. Because, yeah, whatever I did with the map before is fine. So what I'm going to say... Let's go back to Oleander. We need to have Sadok, like, summoned. Okay, I think I know what's going to be here instead. So, right now, at the entrance to the cave... Where is that entrance? Roots Passage? Roots Cave 1? Not Roots Cave 1. Where is that cave? South Cave? Cave... No, that's the wrong cave. Crab Hill South Cave 1. Let's rename this. Roots Cave Entry. And what's the image for this called? South Cave. Okay, these two bad boys are going here. And this guy is disappeared and deleted. Because our old friend Sadak is going to be here now. Okay, let's see how this fares right now. So I think I have like, so I'll move this for now. Did the YouTube work? It's just not playing. Oh, I see. There's just like 5 seconds of silence at the end of it. Okay. How many, what save games do I have? NL1, NL2? You know, let's just do save load, save as user, and L2. Save game. Okay. Oh, right. I keep forgetting that. So now we have Sadak. I'll leave you to it. Okay. So now we have new things. Let's start writing dialogue. I'm still... I know. Let's say not journal task. So let's do this as I usually do this. Sequential order. To otherwise not journal task completed. To go to phase NL2. Wise. So just saying hello, or okay. Now we have a new thing. And basically all of this nightlight stuff is going to be deleted, but I'll ignore that for now. So once he is here, we need to go back to the overview. And he should be conditional here. So nightlight interrogated and not state task. Let's say and not state, or like journal task is active. Nightlight 2. So this will be like speaker. Nav at roots cave entry we're at the entry. Otherwise, game broke. Okay. Let's see if we at least get the correct dialogue here. Ooh. Not quite. So if journal task does not exist, Nightlight doesn't seem interested in talking. Otherwise, if Nightlight 2 does not exist, we go to this. Otherwise, if it's not completed, we go to this. Oh, wait, it's called task is complete. That was the issue. No, it wasn't. Why was... Yeah, and plus it prints an error. So what's happening there? No label to go to, NL2. Interesting. Also interesting that it's not printing the error, but that's okay. Okay, so let's try this again. Let's see if I can understand why what the issue is. So our label is NL2, our argument is 0. We should have that. Argument is array. Items is 0. You know, I should probably sort the labels by type. It seems kind of silly now that I'm looking at this, that I don't do that. Okay, let's skip until I actually find it. I didn't find it. Okay, so we do need the sorted labels. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a class label. Let's say like label group. Function or var. Let's just say this. And then we're going to have var label by type, dictionary, group. How does this actually work? Is it key value like this? And then we'll have like function init labels, arrays, string, pass. Say labels by type clear. And what we're going to do instead is if not type, or if type not in, I have a good idea. So we have find item. So if items is not equal to null, okay, if type in labels by type, then we do this stuff here, and we'll have var sorted labels equals labels by type type. Dot sorted labels. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is for L in sequence labels. So what is this actually? A string to an integer. Oh, I see, because it's just the text of the thing. Oh, this is going to be a tricky thing. Because now we actually need the labels to exist first to determine the type of them. Yeah, because we have parse special label here. I'm realizing, I think this actually means that if I have if I had a label that was like A, and then I had one that was like at, if I did go to A, if we did it like this, it would go to this label. I'll have to figure that out soon. So yeah, I think now what we need is, this should not be here. This should be in here. So compile labels, labels by type clear. Be right there. So for each label, whenever we assign, so we parse special labels here. Okay. Function add label. Do we even need this? Hang on, we could just do labels here. Like, we don't even need to sort these in order, because we evaluate all of them. Okay. So we're gonna need this somewhere. So I'll put this. Okay, let's have this be a dictionary of string, yeah, string to int. And we'll just do that. Okay. There we go. So now we can do compile labels. Var equals nothing like that. Or let's say labels by type. Let's call it LBT. Temporary collection of unsorted labels by type. Okay. So if labeled type in LBT, LBT type append label. In fact, we can make this a dictionary of string to dictionary, actually. Oh yeah, I think that'd be what we'd want to do. Yeah, so this is going to be actually dictionary, string, dictionary. And it'd be a dictionary of strings to ints. Label type L equals label dot index. Where do we set the like I here? Oh wait, no, it's sequence.labels. Like that. Okay. Else. Actually, I have a good idea. If this type is not in that LBT label type equals an empty dictionary, then we do that. Perfect. And then what we can do is for k in lbt.type, or for type in dot, I guess we just do this. We'll do labels by type equals new label group lbt type. Okay. Now we should at least be able to easily view all of the labels of a particular type. So what I'm going to do is try this again. Oh. Hang on. Let's just call this a dictionary. So it cannot infer the type of one variable because it does not have a set type. This is going to be int. Okay. So now what I can do is I can go, for example, I can look up labels by type, which is a dictionary. We have notes, plane, hotel, nightlight, TS Citadel. We do not have NL2. Okay. That's a good question. Why don't we have NL2? I bet you it's because the expression parser doesn't have it. So let's see. What is our label? It's anything, I think. Actually, we would need to go back to the evaluator. Our special label. Okay. Honestly, I think it should just be anything that isn't a white space and isn't a like parenthesis. But I'll ignore that for now. But okay. The issue was just it wasn't getting the regular expression for it. But this does make it a lot easier to figure that out, and should hopefully make it easier to debug in the future. Okay, good. Now we have it. Yeah, so now we can track all the labels by a particular type. And that means that we have to sort significantly fewer labels. Well, we have to sort them in smaller lists, which is faster because it's you know, super linear. Okay. Game broke. But the game did break, so, Oh, wait. The game only broke because we don't have this. Okay, so that's just a bug with that. Okay, because this is the one that I didn't have here. CH roots cave. And then let's add CH roots cave entry. Okay. Now we're at the entry. So let's say improved label type logic. What did I do? How did I... Oh, I see. A bunch of stuff was moved, but it doesn't recognize it. Oh, wait, no. No, two things were... Okay, this is just because I've made a bunch of things, I guess. Okay. Starting on 2 again. I got my wonderful procrastination out of the way. So what I'm going to do is... Let's have, first of all... What are you two doing here? I thought the investigation was finished. I should be asking you the same question. We still need to do a thorough sweep. You know what? Let's just assume that it works. Well, no. Let's just say, let's actually have this. Can I help? Actually, let's have, not state stat. Let's say, like, an L2, or like night light part 2. Actually, how do we get Nightlight Part 2 now? Oh yeah, we get it from... Wait, where do we get it, actually? Oh yeah, right here. And so that means that, so let's say task is active. So if not journal task is complete, nightlight. Okay, this makes more sense. So once we've completed this task, we no longer go to this conversation, we go to this one. And that way, we would do Nightlight 2 here, and then we'd have journal. So if not journal task exists, Nightlight 2, what are you doing here? Blah, blah, blah. And then there's an otherwise. And then we'd have a similar thing here of introduce task. So we discovered a cave, or cave. They want to dock our or any other yeah, let's just say that. That's fine enough. Can I help explore the cave? Okay. Let's see how this feels. So how does the dialogue work right now? So what are you doing here? Isn't the creature dead? That's not what we need here. That's going to be journal task is, so let's say journal exists to so about this investigation. Do you want any help? Good luck with that. Let's just say good luck. You know what? This is fine. Okay. Oh wait, no. And otherwise. Okay. So now what I need is I'm going to slowly start, like, I guess writing both of these in parallel to try to figure out, like, this is not going to be the end of this conversation. I just need to figure out, like, how exactly I'm going to do it. Do you want my help? No. Can I help explore the cave? What notes do we have? Hang on. I saw a minor dialogue bug. I think I'm good with this. So look, we're gonna have player has follower NL Oleander. There we go. Let's say this here is just going to be like this. Why did the governor want you following me? Okay. How do we convince Sadak? You know, let's say, actually, I have a good idea. Just have this part here. Why are you so interested in this investigation? Okay, yeah. This is what I need. Because all this nightlight stuff is going to disappear. Okay. So he ponders, why are you so interested in helping with this case? And then we're going to do... Oh, wait, yeah. This needs to be one level deeper. Wait, hang on. I don't understand what I'm looking at. Okay, I do understand. This is the bottom part. There we go. And actually, what I'm going to have is this here. And then this here. So game broke. Sadak was supposed to be at the cave entry for this dialogue. So I thought the investigation was finished. The only creature. So can I explore the cave? No. Oh wait, actually, I just realized. Additionally, that's why this was unindented. So why are you so interested in this investigation? Hmm. Actually, I have a good idea. Let's say that. There we go. So I want to help. There's people going missing. I think what I want is... I want Sadak to say something here. Because basically what I want is next phase and L2 to 1. Can help. I kind of... So I need Sadak and Oleander to be in sync somehow. What I could do is, instead of using go to phase, go to next phase, things like that, I could just do go to an L2 L2 progress. Oh, and this would be like state get stats. In fact, I'm gonna do like a what am I gonna do? I want like custom extension methods. Dialog UI. Whatever. It's not that bad, because I only typed this once for this particular thing. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Oleander and an L2 in sync. So here we have go to phase, nightlight. I'm going to call this NL2 as well. Let's call it that. And then instead of next phase, nightlight, we're going to do whatever it's called. State add stats, NL2 progress. There we are. And this way they can be in sync. So let's say just here it's going to be like to do more detail, and what it's going to be is like follow. Let's have like main speaker follow player, and then does this have like Oleander as context? No, this doesn't have anything as context. Because what I also need is Oleander. Wait, isn't he's supposed to be in here? Hmm. Okay. I never actually tell Sadok. Well, I never tell Oleander that our name is Jackie. Ah, well, I don't care. What we need right now is, let's just have context follow. So we're going to do context follow player. Add a new thing here. Cool. So if p equals global player state. If has node, let's say p dot, huh? Oh, I see. Add follower, Sadok. If has node, this other guy, add follower. There we go. Oh, and then return true. Okay. So now if we talk to Sadok twice, he should tell us the thing. Actually, I think it would make more sense if, after phase 1 and L1. However, we'll be right behind you. Okay, and as usual, I'll need the ability to get the player to like... Oh wait, no. This needs to be context follow player. Okay. Let's see how this works. Can I help explore the caves? No. He ponders why you're so interested in this. Um, okay. Okay. That's good enough for now. Let's go into the caves. Sorry, I thought I'd make an exception. Okay. So now, Oleander. Oh, I didn't think he would actually say yes. Oh, wait. This is what we need. There we go. Then we do this. Oh, wait. We don't have it unlocked. Okay, so we need, what do we need to unlock this thing? Deeper, we need Nightlight Cave access. Cave access, Sadak gave me access. Caves. Surprisingly. And this will be Nightlight 2, and then, do we have Crab Hill, like, caves? Oh, wait, no. Map. We got so much stuff. Okay. And I keep forgetting. So, this is west. This is east. This is north. This is south. And that's why this is called Crab Hill South, because it's in the southern region. Okay, so I've soft locked myself because I didn't actually... Ah, well, let's just do... this... Oh. That. And the other. Okay. Oh, wait. And there we are. Boom. Now we get in. And then we can see things, and then we can do things. And so, again, I'll need to have some sort of, like, limit on where NPCs will follow you, because they will only follow you through the cave. But yeah, let's have, first of all, now followers. I wonder if the notifications work. CH roots cave. So main speaker brain at or nav at CH roots cave lake. So this is now not that. Because I thought this was the entrance. I forgot how it worked. So let's call this Cave Lake. Never seen a place. No, he wouldn't say that. Something is... is staring out at the house in the lake. It's impossible. In fact, let's see. So if I did this otherwise... Okay, so there should be a little notification bibble. There was not. Try again. So, is anybody dialog checker? So this should be running. Okay, yeah. And then... maybe this group isn't correct? NPC nav 2D with, so let's try this. Okay. So what is our scene? So the place is CH Roots Cave Lake. Scene is this. So it seems like this is the right place because we have CH Roots Cave Lake. What is R? R is true. Okay, let's try this then. Okay, so it should be Sadoc / cave alert. Okay, and so should be true. Is it because the end? Hang on, let's look at Oleander. So how does his alert work? Checker alerted, it connects, animation play, binder, indicate, reset. Do we not have an indicator on Sadoc? That's the only thing I can think of. No, we do. Okay. We're going to need function dialog alert. And then function alerts clear. Oh, wait. There we go. And so now we need this to see if it actually does what I want it to do. Because it's checking all the stuff properly. So if game get stat that, new dialog emit stat. Oh, is it because it's not called? Okay, I think I see what it is. It's because the evaluator... Okay. So when this thing has the signal alerted, on new dialog. Okay, so I think this is where the issue is. There's like a cacophony of signals here. Yeah, this is not running. Why is it not running? Hmm. Hmm. So why is it not working now? Because it should be Sadak does not have... okay, so there's no alert stat here. Oh, right. And I did that. Hmm. Let's just have this here as like this. In fact, we can have this like this. Okay, yeah. So, big problem. This signal does not seem to be working. Oh, I see why. No, I don't see why. Wait. This was working like 5 seconds ago, wasn't it? What is our stat now? Cave Lake. Okay. How did this, like, apply? Cave Lake alert. So let's just do state remove stat. Sadak. Cave Lake. True. So, like, let's remove the whole dictionary. No, okay. Huh? Okay, Sadak. Remove stat. Cave Lake. Okay, now the issue is the fact that it's adding the stat, I'm pretty sure. Oh, wait, no. It's not the fact that it's doing that. Oh, wait. Is it called erase stat now? Okay. True? Okay, there we go. Now if we go to Sadak. Okay, there we go. So this should be working now, but it's not. No video game, it doesn't have that. Okay, there we go. And then it does that. And was alerted was false. Okay, so then we emit alerted. Then that does that. Should alert equals true. Was alerted equals true. Then we return true. Okay, and then it should be good. And then that should be fine. Okay, good. Now it has the thing. I don't know what I did to make that work. Like, did I actually fix anything here? Okay, good. So now we can save and exit. So now we have, like, baby steps toward the actual quest. Okay, because now what I want is I want to basically do all of our quest things here. So, for example, like main speaker nav at we'll need, I think, 3 things. Actually, I know what to do. Have main speaker set. I'm trying to figure out what exactly I want here. Let's have the house. CH roots house. Main speaker at CH roots house. So if it's not dissolved, and we'll have this be cave house. Place should not exist. Otherwise, I never realized they could construct illusions like this. Okay. All right. Let's say that. In fact, we don't need that to be particularly remarkable. We can just do this. So I'm basically just going to go through mostly Sadok. Let's actually see if everything works, because now we can get into this quest. Like, I never tested this house, for example. So now we see this place should not exist. Why is Sadok saying that? Oh. There we go. This place should not exist. It's evil and bad. Okay. There we go. I never realized these satanic ruins could create illusions like this. Has it been hiding itself? Very concerning. And eventually Oleander will also have dialogue about all this stuff. But that's not too important. What I think I'm going to do is... main speaker... No, let's say like state get stat... and else... Cave illusion... and cave necropolis. Oh yeah, and here to do, have him ask some questions. So here what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do next, or hang on. State add stat NL2 progress. There we are. Okay. What I'm doing right now is I want to have things, I guess. And I'm gonna have a signal. This will be like a reactor, like a note taker. So let's do like entities. Yeah, let's say that. And this will just have like function on signal. For stats string, for note string, export multi-line var, and then, oh, what happened? Why did it switch to a different thing?
Exiting narrator.
Thank you, Windows, for doing that for me. Export var tags string, no, array string. Okay, there we are. player state, no, global, player state, journal, note, stat, note, tags. There we are. So this is going to be, yeah, we need a few things. Signal was dissolved. No. There we are. Okay, then we do. There we go. Okay. Okay, so now the reason I wanted this is so that way I can have a signal that goes from this thing to this note taker on signal. And it'll just have take notes. Admittedly, as I've said before, I really don't like having signals connected here because it's oftentimes like they break. Like if a script ever fails to compile, it'll delete every node, or it'll delete every single connection of every single signal to that node. But I'll keep this as it is. This is definitely one of those things where I wish I could just have, like, components that I could add to this thing, but oh well. But okay, do I need anything else here? I don't think I do. Except for setting the actual stats here. So what were those again? So we need night light. Actually, let's call it roots cave house illusion. And then we'll have roots cave necropolis. It seems that house in the cave was an illusion. Two. Oh wait, and also, the player might somehow get in there first. Oh yeah, the signal deleting thing, I think it's a bug, but I don't know how I would define it. More like just bad behavior. Because basically, I think what happens is when a script is invalid, it has no signals. And what Godot does is when you save the file, it does not save those signals because they're like invalid. Yeah, no, it doesn't try to do that. I'm pretty sure. Well, I think it sometimes does, but sometimes not. I don't know the exact conditions that cause it, but I've had numerous instances where, like, signals will break. And that's why, for example, if I go to my UI, well, there used to be a bunch of signals that are connected, but nowadays it's not that many. But yeah, basically anytime I connect signals nowadays, I do it by code. Though admittedly, these are not good examples, because they were things that are like automatically generated. I just didn't know where they were. So Doc asks some questions every now and then. Actually, we can do this here. Let's have this be our one thing. Okay. Oh, right. I don't have any exit from this house. Let's do like this maybe. Trim layout. Call this back. Let's go to roots cave 1. Okay. And now we should be able to leave. Okay, so now we have that. And then we need to go to one of these caves. So this is the Roots Cave with the spooky guy. What do you make of this? I'm gonna smash the skeleton. Oh wait, hang on. Oh wait, I keep forgetting. This is from Sadok up here. Okay. Okay. None of that is necessary, or none of that's correct. He leaves. So where's that skeleton? Roots demon. So let's say, why did you do that? Yeah, so this is not... This used to be the place where the quest was completed. That's complete nonsense, though. Okay. So, journal... Notes, roots, cave, demon. Okay. Actually, wait, hang on. Let's do this. Roots cave. Okay. Okay. So I need to go back and get Sadok. Oh, wait. Oh, I see. I completed Nightlight 2 by mistake. Okay. So what I'm going to need to do, let's do world load game user L2. Okay, so now we go back to here, go into the cave. Okay. Okay. Kind of hokey, poorly paced things, but that's okay. On close examination, it's a skeleton. Smash it. I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill it to death. Huh. It doesn't... Hang on. Weird. So it starts with Sadok as the speaker. Okay. So we have the skeleton, that's just a fun little bonus for the player. This is an important thing, though. So when the player enters this area, we need, what is that? Acropolis entrance. Roots Necro. Interesting. So do these have, yeah, what I'm going to do is, when Sadok is here, and L2, blah. Main speaker nav at ch roots necro entrance. Cave, let's say cave necro. This must be, say, so this must be where the creature came from. There must be, we'll have to say, is that how? Let's just say that makes sense. And then let's just have, like, is that how you... Or is that a normal thing? So then, yes. The Emirates filled in dozens of these caves. Dozens of caves like this, and the administration before. It's one of the few things we all agree on.
Some more. Taking you home. Taking you home.
Okay. And then let's have like notes. Hang on, I'm gonna. What do I do for Razia when we do this? So it's like city ruins. Why is this called City Ruins Q? Oh, because it's a quest. But I use Q for questions as well. I'm gonna just change this to just that. Okay, concrete. They filled it with concrete. Huh. So we don't have any... Maybe Sirdi enemies? I don't know. I'll just not have it for now. And what I can do here then is let's see. And then what I'm going to do is journal notes, Roots Cave, Necropolis. So there was a passage connecting the caves to some ancient ruins. Nightlight 2. And then also, this one will be part of Tree Tower quest. So there's a passage connecting the caves to that, and that's going to be Crab Hill South. Okay. And then okay, he has a thing to say. This must be where the creature came from. I'll have to come back and fill this entire passage with concrete. Okay. And then this area, do we need to see this area? I think this area is another optional thing, but Sadok should have something to say for it. And what I'm going to do, actually, let's say, Oleander, I think you... Time for you to go notify the others. So we're going to do, like, oh, wait. I just realized... Let's do this. Oh, wait. This is actually a concern now. Because this stat needs to be here in order to do this. Actually, I have a good idea. Well, no, I don't have a good idea. I guess I can just do... I don't know what to do. Yeah, let's say this as here, like that. So we should have those two stats. If we go to state data. Roots Cave, Demon Broken Necropolis. Huh. So we have Roots Cave Necropolis, but we do not have Roots Cave House Illusion because I did not actually do that. So if we go back to Dissolved... Oh, okay, I see. Because I didn't actually do that part of the quest yet. Yeah, boom. There it goes. Oh. I think it's time for you to go to... Okay, I see, I see. So actually what I want to do is I want to have this at the bottom. We're going to have it like this. There we are. Okay. Okay. So Oleander, I think it's time for you to go notify the others. We have most of what we need. It seems we understand this area quite well. What is his thing going to be to make sure that the player doesn't suspect anything? I think it's going to be... We have enough information now. We're going to need more than the two of us. Okay. We're going to need more than the two of us to solve this. And then we're going to do more progress. And then like player dismiss, follower, NL Oleander. And I think that's how the player works. Okay, good. So I think, yeah. Actually, why do we call this persistent info, not just info? We can go to the other player as well. Like, do we do anything else that would use info? And let's do like persistent info. Oh yeah, this stuff. This will be interesting to take note of, but I'm going to put that in probably writing notes, new file, medium, mechanics. There we are. What's this one? Nothing. Okay. So once Sadak has Oleander going off, more than the two of us. So what do we do now? Keep exploring. Good idea. I'll be... We don't want to split up. Okay. And then, no, we need to make sure. Okay. And then NL2, 3, exit, to do, Sadak lures you into some place and traps you. Okay. So we got this kind of, how to prevent this in the future, tried it to happen all those years ago, comes around more. The light is replaced. Okay. So let's say the investigation. Do I need all this crap? So we got this. Dialogue for the necropolis. We got Sadak. Dialogue for the house. Stock Oleander. Get this. We don't need that anymore. Sadak's trap. So like the basic, so like leading you to a place, blocking your exit, the interrogation, then escape. So what did I settle on for this? Oh yeah, Sadak gets trapped. Oleander comes back. You beat, or you follow the specter to its lair. Defeat the monster. And then aftermath. Okay. So the interrogation, we need about Mum, the missing people, Governor, Okay. What else do I need? The missing people, the governor, ways to talk Sadak out of this. He leaves in, Okay. I know. And your escape will need to be... So, you find something that lets you defeat the beast. Basically, whatever tool you need to find to actually escape this area should also be what you use to then defeat the final, like, boss of this cave. And that'll be a worthwhile climax to it. Okay. That's a plan. But it's 9:30, and I don't want to do more. So I'll call that good for now. Alright. I think that is a decent... You know, I'm going to switch this. Everybody knows it's spoilers. If I can figure out where to put this. I don't understand where the... Oh, I see. No, I don't see. I don't understand. Oh, this should just not be there. Hang on. I need to browse for, like, my splash screen. Where did I put that thing? Stream promo? No. Like, I literally don't remember where I put the, like, image that I use for streaming. Oh, starting soon. Maybe. No, these are, like, the Santa ones. Yeah, I have this one. Ah, well. I'll be back soon. See you later. And by soon, I mean Wednesday.